How's it? Welcome to the podcast. You're listening to Green Dog Blitz, hosted by Brian Anderson and Devon. Throughout the show, we'll attempt to control the line of scrimmage. Let's get to it. All right, here we are. Week 16 is upon us. Week 15 is in the hopper. Oh, my Lord. Dealer's choice conversation. Old man Rivers back in action. Lost by 1 or 2 points. I don't care. That 14-point spread. Disrespectful. We called it, and we called that pick. But, hey, he's going to play next week. We'll see what happens. Anything else on your mind, Brian? How's it going?
That's good, man. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. Everything's great. Yeah.
Good. I was before getting on our Zoom call here, I was
Mhm.
digging through the refrigerator and happened upon a thing of eggnog. And I'll tell you what, man, I can't get enough of that stuff. Are you an eggnog guy?
Well, that's a great question. Are we spiking it with anything, or is it a straight up eggnog?
This one's just straight up eggnog, but
Okay,
you
I
know,
don't mind it. I don't mind it if there's no too much cinnamon sticks in it. Like I'm not a huge cinnamon guy, so like if there's eggnoggy kind of, I like cream, I like milk, I like heavy whipping cream stuff,
yeah,
meals, and so as long as there's not too much cinnamon in there, I'm good.
yeah. And have you ever had eggnog at another part of the year than December?
No, ever, never,
I don't
ever,
think I have
unless
either.
is there something called like a Tom and Jerry punch, or am I way out of my uh, realm there
Like a
about
Ben and
that?
Jerry's or a what?
I Tom and Jerry punch. Maybe it's
Oh,
I thought it was cream based. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, but no, I haven't besides December, and nor would I want to. So good call, Brian, on that. Have
yeah.
you
No,
outside December?
I've never even thought about eggnog other than a time like around this time of year. So I'll forget about it soon enough. But right now I'm enjoying it. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Going back to football and headlines. One headline I saw just the other day was that the owners are thinking about going to an 18 game season because there already is what 18 7. I don't even know where we are.
17.
But
We're at
yeah, so
17.
but it's 18 weeks, right? But it's 18 game season.
Mhm.
But like, what do you think about that? I mean, with 17 was already a stretch. I mean, they're just going to keep stretching this out until it's a freaking 52-week season, right?
Right. I think they're really, really, Brian, honestly, their end goal is to get 18 regular season games with 2 bye weeks. And
Mm,
the Super Bowl is played during President's Day weekends, is what
mm,
they're really trying to do because it's already a national holiday. And so they're really trying to push for that. And that would push them back a couple weeks with the 2 bye weeks on President's Day weekend to have that work out. And so I think that's what they're trying to end all be all goal is. When they went from 16 to 17, I saw the writing on the wall. They're going to also look for some European action league coming up soon. You know they are. They're trying to be. I mean, they dwarf everything. The way they NCAA with college football is so egregious and just so in flux with their changing from amateur status to being paid professionals quasi right now. And there's never been a NFL feeder system or a lower minor league system, if you will, for the NFL. They're really going for it. Like, hey, let's make this global, and we're the main show as far as football in America is concerned. So it doesn't
yeah.
surprise me.
No, it shouldn't. So the the 2 week 2 bye week thing is an interesting point, and I think you're right. Um, Also, I think at some point they're gonna have multiple starting quarterbacks. I that's just gonna be the thing. Maybe more like a pitching thing where they have multiple starting pitchers. Not that many, but and you're maybe already seeing that with all these veterans coming in as backup quarterbacks, and you got to have a good backup quarterback because that guy's not going to stand for 17 weeks right now. But
It's a great call, Brian. And I think
yeah,
you're like downplaying that more than you mean to. Like I'm with you. Like Mac Jones with the Niners, how well did he do as a backup quarterback? How would you have to have a guy that's not that great? What would have happened with him? They're still in playoff contention because of Mac Jones.
yeah,
Purdy's back, but Mac Jones carried him. And
Hmm.
so you're right, Brian. You need a good backup right now. Good call. And the
Yeah.
injury is going to be happening more and more, especially when things are more specialized. Kids these days don't play multiple sports. I think
Hmm.
you and I have talked about this offline. They're just full focus on football, football, football. And because of that, they do get the injuries because of football injuries. And they don't do enough other things around the way to stretch their muscles and do other things. And because of that, they're so specialized that they blow out their muscle in that one thing and they're done. So it's interesting. Good call.
Yeah.
I also want to say good call as far as aloha, as we say in Hawaii. Kyler Murray and Tua T, you are done as your current starters for your current teams. Um, I think the Cardinals after this season and the Miami Dolphins, both warm weather teams, speaking of aloha, will probably say goodbye to their quarterbacks after this season because I think they gave them a good fair shot 4 or 5 years. It's not working out. Goodbye. Aloha, which means goodbye, and hello in Hawaiian. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think so. I was kind of surprised to see Tua T going out, sort of. Although I think he should have exited a while ago just for his own health. And Kyler Murray, writing's been on the wall, right, for a little while. So, but they'll land again. I mean, they'll be all right. They always do. I mean, it's a revolving door with these quarterbacks. So.
If Philip Rivers can do it, they can do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right. And we didn't talk enough about him, and it's just amazing that he's come back, started, and kept that team in the conversation. We were talking to each other like in the fourth quarter, that during that game. We thought maybe he was going to pull it off the victory. So,
Oh,
hats off to their defense too, of course, that they played a big role. But yeah, good for him, man. Old man Rivers, I love it.
right.
So,
And what
uh,
about some teams? Right, the playoffs. We always talk about the tapestry. We got what 3 weeks left? Is that correct, Brian? And then we're looking at the standings right now, and I think most teams are eliminated. There's a few left, and we're going to talk about that in our 4 pack coming up and some picks. But the tapestry is being woven, right? Or no? I mean,
mhm.
how exciting right now! Like pretty much 3 weeks left. Usually, there's always like the last week. There's a team to be determined. But this week it seems like it's kind of wrapping up early and whatever's happening is happening. I don't know. I feel like right now that the Rams are and the Seahawks are playing. We're going to talk about that on Thursday Night Football. I'm kind of excited about that, but
Hmm.
let's not get ahead of ourselves. How about some red carpet spotlight, unless you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, let's roll it out.
Let's roll it out, baby. I was thinking red carpet spotlight. I saw a few things. Falcons, love it. I just love it. The red helmet, which I'm dating myself, but they always had red helmets before Jerry Glanville took them over and went all black. Red helmet, black jersey, white pants, and they had this gray face mask. It's so cool. Loved it. Bengals, which are always you don't know what they're gonna do, a white tiger or an orange tiger. But I thought it kind of looked good for once, as good as you can for orange. Orange helmet, white jersey, orange pants. I liked it. And then Green Bay, white everything. I know you like it. I don't, I love it too. It's better than their puke green, whatever, and yellow
Hmm.
New York Giants. Navy helmets with a giant script, like kind of like the 80s with their legacy blue jersey, like they won all those championships with. And white pants. Yeah, cool. I like it. Pittsburgh, all black color rush. Super average to me. And then Tampa Bay, which we agree, the Bucko Bruce uniforms. We both love the creamsicles, the white helmet, orange jersey, white pants.
Yeah, it's such a great throwback look. So yeah, and I had, of course, I can't find my information right now as we're talking about this, but there are some interesting th actually there's not a whole lot coming up from what I found as far as
Brian, there's only 3 weeks left. How much more can there be? How much more
well,
delivers
I
can there be?
know.
You
But
know,
they only got to mix it up a little bit. But one thing I noticed
I
was
get
that it's the Texans look like they're coming out
it.
of the fire pit. They're just like ablaze. See, their jerseys. I'm sure we've seen them before in their helmets. Uh,
Uh,
it's something special, man. It's like it's I don't even know. I was gonna say something about NASCAR maybe or you'll just have to see. Got to tune in. And then the Monday night game, maybe that's what it is. San Francisco, whoever they're playing.
yep.
So anyway, I don't have my stuff right now, but
I
um,
still like your idea about the Texans. They should use the space helmet and
I
somehow
know.
incorporate space. I think it'd
Yes.
be so cool. I'm so with you on that. All right, Brian. And then guess what? Random stats of the week. Green Dog Blitz. We appreciate listenership. We've been a little down lately. I think it's the holidays as far as domestic, because maybe people aren't listening to us as they're traveling across the country. Come on,
Mm,
guys. That's when you should be with your
yeah.
in-laws and a bad car ride. You just tune us in. But we got international listenership, huge. We've got some people from Singapore. We've got what do we got? Germany. Are we? I mean, come on, England. We're international right now, so we appreciate your listenership, everybody. We're having fun doing this. Correct? Amen.
Absolutely. Just as the NFL goes international, so does Green Dog Blitz. So yeah. Uh Thanks guys. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. That's awesome. So
Love it.
all right. I've got a little positive yardage if you want to jump there. We're just moving right along, man.
Please do.
Yeah, it's a steady flow here. All right, so we're in Seattle this week with Thursday Night Football. Great matchup with the Rams in Seattle. I mean, this one's going to be kind of the separate the men from the boys type of thing. But
Yeah.
the focus is we're going to shift the focus from on field to off the field. And what stood out to me is the Seattle's impact in their community. They have an initiative called Impacting 50 Communities Initiative. It's a season-long effort to serve families, kids, and neighborhoods across the Pacific Northwest. I believe it's all the way up from Alaska through Canada into Seattle. One player leading the
Cool.
way is Jaxon Smith-Nijigba, who's been hands-on at local food drives, packing meals and supporting families in need. And teammates like Devon Witherspoon are right along there with him, rolling up his sleeves and doing the hard work. I love it. No stats, no spotlight, just players using their platform and making a difference, man. This is just a couple of examples of how leaders are using their platform to make a difference, not just on the field but off the field. And really, all it is about showing up. And it's an inspiration to me. Should be an inspiration to you and others that you just show up, man. Just be there for somebody, lend a hand. Could be an individual, could be a group, could be an organization. But just get out there and make some positive yardage, move that ball forward. So I love it. Cheers to them.
Love it. Cheers. Positive yardage, Brian. Great call. And I love the way you're going from with Spotlight in Seattle because Thursday night football, Green Dog Blitz. Appreciate your listenership. And we're also been delighting listeners, according to my notes, since 2021, Brian. And we're
Amazing.
online right now on YouTube. If you want to look at us, right? Amazing. If you really want to see it in our eyes, YouTube. Come on.
How could they
But
resist?
really quickly, uh, hey, right? A side note, I spent a lot of time growing up half my life in Hawaii, and I'm telling you, it's off the grid. We're not on the mainland, and neither is Alaska. They're not on the mainland. They call it the lower 48. We in Hawaii, we call it the mainland. So we're not on the continental 48, if you will. And so I love the way that Seattle's incorporating, Canada and
Mhm.
Alaska, because who else do they have? They have nobody. So I love it. That's why the Rams and the Chargers are so big in Hawaii, because they went out there, all their spring trainings, the Lakers did. They did all these things in Honolulu. And so they're
Mhm.
incorporating the West Coast, just like Seattle's doing with their fan base. They're trying the best they can. I love it, right?
Yeah, no, great point. I love that
Yeah.
too. And it's again, it just shows that when you show up, you make a connection, right? And
Yep.
you're not only building your brand, but you're able to make a bigger impact. So,
And just like Hawaii and Alaska, they don't have professionals teams in their sports. One of the few, like 4 or 5 states that have no professional teams whatsoever. And so it's all collegiate. And so when you have these professionals showing up, you really respect them and you can really make a difference. So good call, Brian.
yeah, awesome. All right, man, let's move it along. Keep that ball moving forward. Do you want to go into some
Mhm.
football, or do you want to get some trivia?
Yeah. Oh, trivia. Okay, I don't know a lot about Seattle trivia, but I've got one question for you. Their mascot, okay? What is his name? Are you ready for this? I'm gonna give you a
Yeah,
couple
you gonna give
choices.
me options?
Yes. His first name is Skylar.
Okay.
Second choice is Blitz. Second, I kind of like it, Green Dog Blitz. Third choice is TD. Fourth choice is chicken. What do you think?
Chicken? Is
Hmm.
that what you said? So Skylar is the first
Yep,
choice? Yeah, I'm gonna
yep,
go with
yep,
Skylar because of the needle, because of the space needle
yep.
thing they got there.
And it's Blitz. Can you believe it? It's Blitz.
Ah,
Another blown opportunity.
I
Is
know,
it you and I
right?
calling all these opportunities? I mean, we called it.
Some
Uh,
interns making the
that's
decisions out there. Um, all
it's
right.
really bad, right? And
Yep, you got any more?
I got nothing more as far as trivia, but you
Oh yeah, I got a couple here. So
okay?
I've
Bring it
I've
on.
got I've got a bunch here, but just gonna give you a couple. Um,
Okay.
relating to the Seahawks. Who was the Seahawks head coach before Pete Carroll took over in 2010? But this is a pretty good question, and not one that I know. Is it Mike Holmgren, Jim Mora, Mike McCormick, or Chuck Knox?
I'm going with Jim Mora.
You nailed it, man. That's good. I almost forgot that he was a coach up there. So nice job. What time?
He
What
just went
time?
from
What?
he just went from University. He just went from hold on, Brian. He just went from University of Connecticut, winning a whole bunch of games there, and he got a job out west, Colorado State University Rams in college. He's coaching now, first year coming up. We'll see what happens. Go ahead.
Nice. Yeah, well, that'd be great to be coached by him in college.
Mhm.
All right. When were the Seattle Seahawks founded? Was it in 1974, 1976, 1978, or 1980?
I know this for a fact. It was 1976. Them and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were introduced 1976 to the Football League, same time.
You're like a savant, man. That's awesome. Good job. All right. And who was the Seahawks all-time leading rusher? Marshawn Lynch, Sean Alexander, Kurt Warner, Kurt Warner, Chris Warren.
What was the first two?
Marshawn Lynch, is that what's his name? Beast Mode, or Sean Alexander?
Yep. Oh, man. I don't know. Is it one of those? Go
This
with
is one of
Sean
those two.
Alexander. I have no clue.
You're right. It was
Sean,
Sean
go.
Alexander. And I had
Was
him for
it? No
fantasy
way.
football once. He was going to carry me to the championship. They were blowing some team out and they sat him the second half and I lost. So yeah, I remember Sean
Ah, of
Alexander.
course.
So anyway, all
That
right.
is the trials and tribulations of fantasy football.
Isn't
The
it?
highs and lows of it.
That's why we don't talk about it. Do you want to do any deep trivia, music trivia from
Oh
Seattle or
yeah.
no?
Yeah, I do.
Um,
I've got
all
a neat,
right.
I got some deep cuts, we like to call it here. And I try and find some, everybody knows about Seattle. They know the grunge, right? You know, the typical usual suspects, Nirvanas, gosh, give me a second, Brian, Alice in Chains, etc.
Yeah.
But I'm getting deep here. I got two new ones for our listeners. I've listened to a couple songs. Haven't done too deep, but I deep enough. Respectable. Naked Giants is the name of the band. They're kind of a garage rock trio band. Check them out. Kind of Weezer-ish, if you will. I kind of liked it. And then Chastity Belt, an all chick band. Kind of their punk pop indie. And
Nice.
the funny thing of going down a rabbit hole, Brian, I got to speak to you. So I looked up Chastity Belt, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm looking up
That
chastity
search
belt
go for
more,
you.
and and yeah, not too well because I got the chastity belt search. And then I looked up chastity belt band, and
Ah,
that didn't
smart.
make it any better because
Oh, really?
it wasn't smart because then it showed me
I
the band of the chastity
suppose.
belt. No. So then I was like, chastity belt music. It was a bad search for a
That's
while.
great.
But okay. Yeah, it was. I thought that was funny. So okay.
Oh,
Deep cuts in Seattle, Naked Giants and Chastity Belt. And then let's get to the game, Brian.
all
Thursday
right.
night
Let's
football.
do
When
it.
you think Thursday night football, think Green Dog Blitz. We appreciate your listenership, everybody. Who you got, Brian? Last week, we both took Tampa Bay on Thursday night football picks, and they lost ugly to Atlanta by that 1 point fall apart game. We remember last week? Oh, bad, right? Right? That
Real
might have
bad.
cost us some
Yeah.
playoff chances.
Oh,
We'll talk
yeah.
about it coming up. We'll talk about it coming up. But so hope we can do better here. Week 16, Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle Seahawks, plus 1.5. But the Rams, this is kind of weird. The Rams are guaranteed a playoff spot. They're not the champions in their division, but they're guaranteed a playoff spot. Seahawks are fighting for one right now, right?
Mm.
And so are the Niners. This division's loaded. I don't get it. I don't get this game. Seahawks are plus 1.5 at home. So I don't know. Rams visiting Seattle, and Seattle is at home, and they're getting points plus 1.5. Do you have any clue?
I have no clue, but that's what makes this fun. So the Rams are sitting at the number one seed right now as we speak, at 11-3. And then, you go all the way down to the Packers, who are the seventh seed. They're 9-4-1. So they have really one more loss than the Rams. And then there's a fight for this last spot. But there's going to be so much movement from week to week in these last 3 weeks in the standings here, or at least
Yep.
the rankings. So
Yep.
every team needs to win, so it's not like they're going to rest their players. This is about the time. I hate to say this, man. Sounds negative, but this is kind of about the time when I think Sam Darnold's going to start choking a little bit. The pressure's mounting, and we've just seen it. History repeats itself. So he is who we thought we were, or he was. The saying. So
Denny
I think
Green.
that's, yeah, Denny Green. So I think that this starts this week, and even though they're home underdog, I mean they're underdogs at home, which is crazy. I'm taking the
Right?
Rams. Yeah, give me the Rams minus, or they're minus
Wow.
1.5, right? Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. I'm piggybacking minus 1.5. I hate to do it. I like to go opposite because I'll talk about it a little bit. We're both even right on our picks. But you know what? I think
Mhm.
you're correct. Um, Rams, I feel like they're just in control right now. Stafford's in the MVP conversation. He might have one of his Devontae Adams out this week, but I don't care. DK Metcalf is gone. He's in Pittsburgh. I don't think they haven't backfilled that much. I don't know who they're throwing to. So give me the Rams
Najigma's
just on a,
well.
yeah, well, yeah, right. He hasn't filled it quite that much, but yeah, enough. But I give me the Rams for a flex move, just like NFC West. I'm flexing this as our division. We'll see.
All right.
But
All
it could go
right.
either way. I'm with you. I'm with you. It could go either way.
Yeah. Basically, we're calling the Rams. They're going to win the
Right.
game.
Yep.
I mean, they got to win by two. So,
Exactly.
all right. So you say that we are even in our picks for the season?
Yes, yes. So last week, Brian, we both missed our Thursday night football pick. I mentioned that, but I went 3 for 5. You
Mm.
went 2 for 5, and that got us back to 500 because we're even, Steven, tied, knotted up. We're both 41 for 77 out of our whole picks throughout the year. How
Impressive.
uncanny. We've got 3 weeks left in the NFL season, and we're trying our best to make all these picks, and we're both 500, Brian, 41 for 77, which I think we're right above 500. So if our
Yeah.
listeners are jumping piggybacking with us, hey, we're hanging in there. We're doing all right.
Yeah. I'd say that's something, man. I mean, we're not just calling winners, we're calling the lines, right? So that's pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Against
Yeah.
Vegas. How cool is that? So that was fun. Also, I would say panic mode right now. I'm gonna definitely have a couple panic mode people right now. Is that okay? I'm gonna say the Buccaneers are in panic mode. They lost last week to the Falcons,
Mm.
28-29. NFC South division rival, and they could have put it away and made the playoffs probably a lot better for themselves, but they didn't. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. How about the Patriots? Panic mode. They lost 35-31 against the Bills, another division rival. AFC
Hmm.
North. They could have made their case a lot easier for themselves, but they didn't. And one more, the Panthers. They lost 17-20, but who knew it was so important? Because, they lost to the Saints, but the NFC South is wide open because the Tampa Bay lost. I mean, what's going on right now? These division rival games are so important, and both
Hmm.
those three teams blew it. So I'm panicking from those three teams, and they could have done better.
Yeah, and you got to win that division if you're going to make the playoffs. You're not getting the wild card. So, uh, yeah, those are crazy. I mean, it's interesting to see how these bad teams, or the teams that are knocked out of the playoffs, are finally like playing football. It's like they're winning these games when they shouldn't be winning. Like the Vikings won, the Panthers and the not the Panthers, but the Falcons and the Saints, and it's kind of like across the board almost. But Not totally, of course, but those are two
A
examples.
parody. It's a parody of the NFL. Okay.
Yep.
Speaking of the parody, last week, Brian, week 15,
Mhm.
we're in week 16 now, but 9 of the 16 games, great dovetail, finished within one position, one possession, excuse me, 8 points or less. So 9 of the 16 games. And so that's above 500 easily. So this is the NFL. It's any given Sunday, bro. You know that.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it. That's why we watch the game. That's why we talk about it. That's why we do a podcast. It's one of the reasons why. Anyway, right? So,
Okay,
all right.
okay. Here's my question to Green Dog Blitz listeners. Are you ready? I know you're going to appreciate this. Top 5 Motley Crue songs of all time. Please let us know. Green Dog Blitz at yahoo.com. I want your top 5 Motley Crue songs of all time. Right? That's one question. What's the other question? I had another one.
Well,
Missing my.
what's one of yours? Just tell me one.
Oh, I got to go with Looks a
Just one.
Kill. Looks a
Looks to
Kill.
kill. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a ballad guy, so I'm more of a home sweet home guy.
Oh, buddy. Okay. I'm a Looks a
So
Kill guy. All right. I like it. I like it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But don't worry, I
Ready
get
for.
into that too. So
Okay. And we'll come up with another question, but that's a good question, right?
oh yeah, yeah. It's a great one.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to football and make some picks. What do you think? Ready?
Yep.
Two.
I'm ready to crack and stack a 4-pack, baby. Let's go. There might be a bonus pick in there too on Money in the Football. Let's go. Here we go, baby. That's us against Vegas. Let's conquer Vegas and bust their spreads. Are you ready, Brian?
I was born ready, baby. Yeah.
I like
All
it.
right. All right. So we were gonna start with the black and blue division with the Packers hosting the Bears. And we had a great matchup with them last time. And is this game in Green Bay? Is that right? That's what we have here. But
It's in Chicago. In
that's what I
Chicago.
thought. Yeah, because last one was in Green Bay.
Yep,
So
yep, yep, yep.
Chicago hosting, and Chicago's a favorite. So by a point and a half. Um,
Can you believe it?
well, I kind of can because right now Green Bay is. I mean, they lost Parsons. They lost one of their wide receivers, Watson, I think, and those are two key pieces that they have. And of course, they're bigger than just those two pieces, but those are two big pieces.
Good call.
Chicago's playing well, right? I just think that Chicago at home right now they're playing pretty good, man. I think I counted them out at one point, but they've proven me wrong. So they are contenders in my opinion, and I think I'm going to take them. Give me no, Chicago Bears, the Bears to
Ooh,
beat the
almost say
Packers.
Green Bay. All right. I like it. You almost say Green Bay. I see what you're thinking.
Hmm.
Right now, Green Bay is a analytics 58% chance to win this game. The Bears are 41%. I looked at the stats, Brian. It's pretty similar. Jordan Love versus Caleb Williams. Jordan Love's got 23 touchdowns and 6 INTs. Caleb Williams got 21 touchdowns, 6 INTs. Super similar. I looked at wide receivers. Romeo Dobbs, 47 receptions, 5 touchdowns. I looked at Rome Odunze, 44 receptions, 6 touchdowns. Like so similar. And then I looked at running backs, 899 yards, 890, excuse me, 13 touchdowns. Jacobs, beast. But then I looked at DeAndre Swift, 935, 7 touchdowns. They're all so similar. And guess what? They're both 4 out of 5 wins each team. 4 wins in a row until last week. They lost to Denver, 34-26 Packers. They're stinging from that. Let's see what happens. 4 out of 5 Bears. They lost 2 weeks ago to Green Bay. Big division loss. Not going to happen this time. Give me the
Hmm.
Bears at home.
The Bears, all right. We both agree on that once again. So we're gonna stay tied at this point so far. So next game we've got Tampa Bay, another division game. Looks like you've so far it's division games against Carolina, the Panthers.
This is
Panthers are
huge. This is
Panthers are
huge.
underdogs. It's huge, yeah.
They're
So
they're both 7-7, and they're both the only two teams alive in their division for a playoff.
yeah, crazy. It's a very important game. You know what's crazy? I'm surprised that they lost to the Falcons last week because actually their team is stronger right now than it's been all season.
I agree.
Um, so but Carolina, they've proven themselves this year. I think they've moved the needle quite a bit. All of a sudden, we think that they can win, right? I mean,
Give them
they're
credit. Give them
yeah,
credit, Brian. I'm with you.
absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. But going back to what I said before, I just think that with Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, they've got Mike Evans back. I think Godwin's back. their team looks strong. I'm not sure how their O line and their D line stack up right now. And do that much research. I'm just going with my gut, baby. Give me the Buccaneers. They're gonna take this one and take the division.
Oh, if I was going with my gut, I would go with Baker because he was my fantasy quarterback for the first half of the season, but he hasn't done anything in the last half. He's killing me.
Mhm.
Give me the Panthers, Brian. I'm sorry. I really want to go for the Bucks. I love Baker Mayfield. I know you and I are very pro Baker Mayfield on this podcast, but you know what? I really want to root for him, but they blew it. They blew it with that Atlanta loss last week. You blew it. Just like the Panthers are 7-7. They're second base in their division. Bryce Young, dude. They got 12 interceptions right now, seventh in the league right now. The Panthers. If they get an interception off Baker, we can do this. The only thing that scares me is they're 28th in the league as far as points scored at 264. That doesn't sound good to me. So if they can't put up points right away, I'm screwed. But give me the Panthers. I'm going to give them a shot. Give them a chip. Give them a chair. It's their one chance to make something with their franchise. They've been so dysfunctional the last 5 years. Do something, Panthers. Here's your chance.
Yeah, I think they're moving the needle, but I think it's going to take another season to move it where they want it to. All right, what do we got next here?
We got
Pittsburgh and
Pittsburgh at Detroit, another black and blue, right? It's really not. They're both the North in different divisions, NFC, AFC. And this is the problem with this is that Pittsburgh is desperado right now with Aaron Rodgers, and then you got Goff. You got Goff is like thrown. I looked at it, 1,000 more yards right now than Aaron Rodgers has. But they both are
hmm,
pretty consistent with their touchdowns and INTs. So, and then Jamar Gibbs, 11,000 yards rushing versus Jalen Warren, 685 on the Pittsburgh side. So give me Detroit with the stats, -7. I'm not scared of the -7. I think they got too much firepower. I think this is when Pittsburgh goes down.
yeah, both teams are a little bit of a disappointment this season. But I also think that Pittsburgh's reeling a lot more than Detroit is right now. Detroit wants to make a final push. I agree with you. I'll take Detroit at home with the points. Um,
Yeah,
and we
and one
fin
more reason sorry to cut you off, solidify that the Steelers right now, as far as the money line in Vegas, which means there's no line at all, just as far as straight up, is plus 260 if you're going to bet on the Steelers. And it's minus 320 if you're going to bet on the Lions. So that tells me something. Vegas knows what they're talking about.
Of course they do. Yeah, this isn't their first rodeo. Um, right? And finally we got the Patriots and Baltimore. Is Baltimore still in the playoff contention? They're 27% chance
Yes,
right now. That's crazy. And then
right?
yeah, the Patriots are sitting at the number 2 seed. They've got pretty much a spot locked in. Big loss last week. What are you thinking?
But they're not locked in because if Buffalo can win this week and New England loses and Baltimore wins this game, they could flip-flop some things. So I haven't looked at the tiebreaker odds and everything, but we still got 3 weeks, Brian. Remember we talked about this. I got Lamar Jackson, who is more of a problem this season. He hasn't been great.
Yeah.
He hasn't been good. He's mediocre. I got Drake May, MVP right now, conversation, kicking ass. And so right off the bat, I want to say New England. But hold on, my friends. You're at Baltimore, AFC North matchup in Baltimore. They're the number 2 seed. They're fighting for number 1 seed. Pittsburgh could lose. They're not fooled by this. AFC East. I've never seen New England win since what's his name left, quarterback, famous guy.
Mr.
And
Brady.
so let's
Yeah.
see if they can do it without him.
Well,
Thank you. Let's see if
interesting.
they can do it without him. Give me Baltimore.
Okay, interesting that you say, comment that they're home and Patriots on the road. Patriots on the road this season are 6-0, and the Ravens at home are 3-5. So get that home field advantage out the window. Patriots are the better team. The Ravens are struggling. We asked a while ago who's the contender and who's the pretender. I said it was the Ravens or the pretenders. They have won a game since then, but only one. So give me the Patriots, man. I
Way to
like
stick to
them.
your guns, Brian. Way to stick
So
to your guns, Brian. I love it. And you know what? You know what? New England's got this guy, Harold Landry III. I checked him out. He's a beast. He's a linebacker and he's got 8.5 sacks. If he can get after Lamar Jackson, they got a problem, And guess what? Stephon Diggs is the number one receiver for New England. Can you believe that? Can you
Yeah.
believe that throwback? Stephon Diggs? That's not good. That's not good. So good luck. Well, it's going to be a dogfight. We'll see what happens.
It's gonna be a good one, man. All right. What do you say you take us home, brother? You got a hot
All
mess
right. A
express
bonus
looking
pick.
ride?
Bonus pick. Hold
Oh,
on. Bonus
bonus
pick.
pick.
Really quickly. Super quick. 49ers at the Colts. 49ers hanging around with the Rams in Seattle. They're disrespected at -6 on the road. They're not. The Colts are. That's my no respect candidate of the week.
Well, that's the story of my life. No respect.
Old Man Rivers and the Colts are +6 at home. They're not favored at home. They're thinking they're going to bounce out of the playoffs. Oh my gosh. Are the 49ers going to bounce them out? I don't think so. Give me the Colts.
The Colts. You think Old Man Rivers is gonna take that with a 6-point swing?
Yeah, he's getting 6 points.
Oh, he's
Absolutely.
getting six
Remember,
points.
he kept it within 2 points last week, remember?
Yeah, you remember that. Yeah, I just don't know, man. I think yeah, it's a cute story, but it's gonna end bad. Give me the 49ers. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm talking about because this is a sprung on me. But I
Yeah.
wish him the best. I want to see him succeed. But the 49ers
Okay.
have been decimated and they have found ways to win. I don't know if they can win by 6, but I'll pick them. So.
All right, I like it. Bonus pick. Here we go. Hot Mess Express, Brian, if you don't mind. Here we go. Hot Mess Express. Once again, the Las Vegas Raiders. What are you doing? Once again, the Cincinnati Bengals. You're on here all of a sudden. Both y'all got 0 points in an NFL game last week. A zero burger. Come on, guys. It's the NFL. You're professionals. You cannot at least get a field goal, a safety, a 2-point conversion, a touchdown. Do something. You're professionals. You're horrible. The Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders something more than 0 points. I'm out.
All right. Hey, everybody. This wraps up week 16 of season 4 of the Green Dog Blitz. To all our listeners across the globe, hope you have a great weekend. I hope it might snow a little bit here and there, so it feels like winter and Christmas to you. But may the best team win this week. Enjoy your football. Thanks for starting your week off with Green Dog Blitz each and every week with Anderson and Gobian. We'll catch you next week.